Hey everybody, this is the Putting You On podcast, and I'm going to put you on. So this week I talked to Kelsey Lane, a local LA comic, who spent some time at the Slauson Rec theater school that Shia LaBeouf started. They just put out a documentary about it that premiered this past May in Cannes, and you'll see the trailer to the doc, so you'll get a little sneak peek in the interview. But the conversation shed a lot of light on what abuse can look like and what Shia LaBeouf is really like. So check it out. I'm putting you on. What's up, everybody? It's the Putting You On podcast, and I'm going to put you on. I talked to Kelsey Lane this week. She's a local LA comic who spent some time at the Slauson Rec theater school that Shia LaBeouf started. And they even put out a documentary that just premiered this past May in Cannes about how fucked up and abusive it was. And this conversation we had was very compelling. It shed a lot of light on what abuse can look like and what Shia LaBeouf is really like. I even included a trailer to the documentary so you can get a little sneak peek. So take a look. I'm Ceci, and I'm putting you on. You were at Shia's theater company. It's called Slauson Rec, right?
Slauson Rec.
Okay.
I started theater school. It's called the Slauson Recreation Center Theater School. You don't have to be an actor. You don't have to ever have thought about being an actor. You do, however, have to have a story that you're willing to share. All I ask of you is that you show up and stay for 1 hour. If you don't like it, leave. If you do like it, I'll be there next Saturday. I'll be there every Saturday at 9 a.m. building shit with whoever shows up. I'm trying to change the world. If you are too, let's get it. Bang.
Yeah, I mean, we all taking a beating here. I gave up everything, job, everything, because I believe in all of y'all and all of this.
Yeah, I told you I respect you. Yeah, but I don't give a fuck what you say to me. It's about what you do.
It's like a dog on a chain. It's like your neck is being choked. He could have taken the thing off his neck, but he didn't do that.
I don't really care if you like me, because what I know to be true is, if the shit is successful, you will love me. You will fucking love me if we win. You will fucking love me.
How was that? How long? Wait, so you were in it for how long then?
So whenever it started, it was like, I think it was November of that year that I started going.
I know it was 2018 because I tried signing up.
Yeah.
I told you that, but then like online signups were closed and I was like, fuck. And then I went there, but it was closed. And I was like, okay, I missed the window. Like you had told me there was that window, but then you guys did that exercise. What was the exercise that kind of closed it off?
Yeah, basically we followed like Moises Kaufman's moment work.
Okay.
So once we had like,
what is that?
It's basically like a devised theater layout. So like it was based off of like Moises Kaufman's experience with devised theater. And then we basically just followed with that. So like, we went through each of the elements. So it would be like light, like then we were experimenting with light and doing moment work with light and seeing what sort of like moments came out of it. So the whole thing was based off of moments, meaning like we had chairs sitting around a circle and we would just go in the middle and do moments, whatever like you were feeling and using different elements each week. So we would use like sound and light and, different things that like
add to the moment.
Right.
Okay. And then how long in did stuff get to like become a little different? Because it was fun at first, right? Like I'm sure it started off awesome.
Yeah, definitely.
So like how long did the awesome part last?
There were definitely like,
or was it just awesome throughout, but like a roller coaster?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a roller coaster. There were always good moments throughout, but also clearly abuse was happening.
Right.
Like cut and dry abuse was happening.
Yeah.
Which is usually how abuse happens. It's not just bad all the time. Otherwise you would just easily leave.
100%. And I don't know, because I'm not an actor or whatever, but I've been banned from a comedy club for an acting thing I did. So like, I don't know the rules. Like there are obviously unspoken rules or something. So what does abuse look like in a theater company?
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Like, what does that look like?
How crazy. This is like what is so hard about abuse and talking. The hard thing about talking about abuse is that how do you talk about something when so many people don't even know what it is?
Right.
Like I just feel like there is this huge gap in like
Or
cultural
it's different for different people too, right? Like our thresholds are different and
right.
the way we operate.
Yeah. Our definitions of abuse are different.
Right.
Right. I don't know about you, but I feel like I had this understanding my entire life where like this, my understanding of abuse was always like, I can handle anything as long as it's not physical.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I just feel like there's this cultural understanding, which is so, I mean, that's leaps and bounds different from just all abuse is allowed,
for
right?
sure.
So now it comes to a point where it's like, physical abuse is no longer allowed, like in everyone's minds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, that is sort of like the cultural understanding. But I feel like
but there's psychological abuse.
Yeah.
Verbal abuse, all that stuff.
Emotional.
So that was more of what, I mean, obviously what was happening. It did get physical. Did it get physical at some points? It did.
Yeah, I did also. But I also like...
It did.
Yeah, I did. But I also think that what is important in even just discussing abuse is like, I want us to, as a culture, as a society, hopefully eventually get to a point where we can acknowledge that all of the other types of abuse are as serious and as damaging as physical.
For sure. I mean, sometimes the psychological is longer lasting, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let's
sometimes
be real.
more damaging.
Yeah,
honestly.
100%.
I'd rather get slapped in the face than like be gaslit
for years. Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I totally feel you on that. So then at a time, like when you were there, what was a moment that you felt abused or like this is like caught you off, you know, guard or whatever? Like, do you remember like an exercise you guys were doing or just a moment you guys were having? Because, you know, the trailer for Slauson Rec for the doc that filmed in Cannes in May, it looks intense. And Shia looks intense. And I know that he is because, I mean, the roles he takes, the acting he does, he's amazing as an actor.
Yeah.
But it looks pretty wild.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that like...
And you guys met once a week? How often was this?
Yeah, it was once a week until we started. So during the pandemic, we started doing like Zoom. We started meeting up on Zoom.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then we started doing moments over Zoom, which was very interesting. But then basically like eventually we got to this point where like we want to do a play. So we did it during the pandemic. Okay. And we were getting like COVID tests weekly, which was like, and we're all wearing masks and it was outside. But I really feel like that is when the most abuse took place because we were meeting like a lot more and doing rehearsals a lot more. So I feel like the majority of the abuse was taking place within like this smaller group.
Right.
Because it had to be small because...
How many of you were there then at that point?
Like roughly 30.
Oh, small group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that I definitely feel like it got so bad because also like, I know at one point we were
well, a smaller group, you can give more attention to people directly, right?
Yeah.
Personally.
Yeah. And there's a lot more time that you're spending.
Yeah.
I think like, I specifically remember that there was a point where we were rehearsing 7 days a week.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay. But, you know, I figured theater company, working your ass off, like, that tracks.
Yeah.
But, okay. But what was it that, like, where were people off the rails? Like, what occurred?
Yeah, I mean, I'm actually like so excited for people to be able to see the documentary because I know that like Leo is such an amazing filmmaker and I definitely like want to like give him the attention that he deserves and being able to edit that. Like I can't even imagine
sitting through the footage
psychologically,
right?
What that
reliving it.
Constantly. Like I can't even imagine the emotional turmoil that would even take to be able to edit all of that and like the amount of footage he had.
What exactly happened? There's instances. There has to be moments where you're like, well, you know, she said this and then he said whatever. Yeah. And you don't have to say who, he, she, whatever.
Yeah. I think like Leo did a really great job of specifically featuring people that I think were probably the most abused in the process.
Right.
So I think that he did a really great job of, because how do you tell a story if you don't have characters that you can, fall in love with? Which I feel like the people that he chose to feature were really great people, because they were such great examples of people that there is no validating that behavior. There's no way to validate that abusive behavior.
Right.
And I think that like predators live in this gray area often, like
that's how they have to operate that way, to live.
Yeah, exactly. So that they can get away with it and not have to take accountability. Like, oh, it was a fight between, no, it wasn't.
Right.
This was cut and dry abuse of a 21 or 22-year-old maybe.
Okay.
Like, he's a child.
What was he doing? Or what was was it an exercise, or was it just a chat that was happening that went off the rails? Or
I think like when people see the film, like you can see it right there. It's like he didn't take a note because it was confusing.
Okay.
And then the director took that as a direct sign of disrespect.
I see. Okay.
But also
and then just
like, yeah,
lost it.
Yeah. But this was like the confusing thing too, is like, yeah, basically lost it. And
did he physically attack him, or he did?
There was like this image of when that actor, who was also like, I love this person so much, but like pulled his shirt up, and because he like showed, I don't even know who else was there, but the image of like fingernails making his chest bleed, and then there was like blood dripping down, and like you could see it where he dug his fingernails into his chest, and him lifting his shirt up, and that image is like permanently burned inside my brain. Like I see it so clearly.
Wow.
It was
like that. That's wild. That's crazy.
It's sad, because I think like,
yeah. Because I don't know, we all learn what our points are, but to learn that, you have to be pushed there. So that sucks. And it sounds like, when I told people about the doc and how I was like, yeah, I tried signing up, they're all like, you dodged a bullet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but here's the thing. I don't know, because I've had abusive bosses, and like, I've dealt with my own form of whatever.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wonder if it would have affected me like it affected others, or if I would have brushed it off like I've done in the past. Like,
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
wonder.
And I feel like that is the thing. I feel like so much of my life I've been brushing off abuse, and I didn't even really understand fully what it was until like the last year of my life.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But I feel like there are so many, everything was set up to, like you have everything I had everything working against me. The cultural understanding that abuse isn't abuse until it's physical. And then, like, even when it was physical, I was gaslit into believing that this was a fight between two people and both of them had their points. It's not true. But it's like that entire environment, it was also built to be like this gaslighting chamber.
Really?
Where it's like you had all of these people that were telling you that like, no, like if you questioned anything, like, no, like your version of reality isn't real. This is actually what happened. And it's like,
did it feel like a theater company, or did it feel more like culty? Like it was supposed to, do you know what I mean? How like some people, because like a lot of geniuses, like because Shia is, I think, super talented, can go this weird route where they start to, and maybe not him, I don't know who the director was, but like get this weird God complex.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, or like you should be bowing down to me kind of thing.
Yeah.
Did that happen? Did he get that, like, or did people there get that complex?
Yeah. And I think that just shows me too, like the dangers of celebrity worship. It's
Right.
like, if you don't think that this person can do any wrong, then you're building an environment where that person can get away with anything.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like they did build an environment for it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, in the guise of whatever. We're doing a play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that the art that we created, I think, is so beautiful. And like, that was the thing that drew me in about it.
In the doc, are we going to get to see the play or parts of it, or is it more just focused on the company itself and like the building of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's,
Yeah.
I
Wait,
wish-
did you
I
guys,
wish
so
they
you
could.
guys did do the play?
Yeah.
You did do it. Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It was a live cinema play.
Nice.
So the whole thing was recorded, and then anything that was taking place in the camera was being projected onto the walls of this parking lot.
Okay, cool.
So you could see close up what was going on.
Yeah.
On like a closer way, but you could also look in front of you and see what's happening.
That's cool.
It was so cool. It was such an interesting experience. And
So do you guys like, I don't know, the Slauson Rec crew, do you guys feel like refugees a little bit? Is that what it feels like?
I think that a lot of people felt lost after it ended. There is a new group that is now free of abuse that is still taking place at Slauson Rec.
Okay.
And I just wrote, directed, and acted in 2 of my own short plays,
Cool.
which were so much fun.
Nice.
It was such a great
Where
experience.
do people, like, how would I see that?
It actually was recorded. I might throw it up somewhere.
You should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should. Or like, yeah, you should. And then send me the link.
Yeah. Once I get the
'Cause
footage,
that would be fun.
once I get the footage, I'll definitely put it up somewhere. But yeah, just to be able to continue making stories,
Yeah.
and that's
Yeah.
beautiful. I think I don't know, what is your definition of abuse now? Is it more like in sort of that culture of if it's not physical?
No, for
it's
sure not anymore.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
for sure that was my mindset.
That's for me too.
For sure. A
Right.
long time. Like, whatever.
Right.
Oh, you're just talking shit. That's the mindset. Like, whatever. He only called me a whore. It's fine.
Right.
We've only been dating. It's fine.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, whatever. We brush it off. But no, there's definitely different levels of abuse. But now I don't even let it become abuse.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as someone says or does something that I'm not cool with, I just address it, and not like an asshole, but just,
Yeah.
hey,
Yep.
And then if they do it again, now you're like purposely going against a boundary. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to cut the cord.
Yeah.
So it's more like now recognizing stuff before it can get to the point of being abused.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
But again, like in a theater company, I know that if I was there, by the sounds of everything I've heard about it, is that like I 100% would have brushed it off. Okay. I 100% would have been like, no, he wants to get everything out of me, and I want to get everything out of me too. That's why I'm here. Like that 100%. And listen, I know my ass. Back in the 70s, I would have been in a cult. Like for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I would have been like, no, I'm here for this.
Yeah.
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 I would have totally taken the abuse.
Yeah. And that is, again,
I would have.
when I was saying cultivating an environment.
And I'm
where
not going to
all
lie,
this makes sense.
because he's so talented. Like when it's someone that you look up to, and it's someone that you also like idolize, like you said, it's like, oh, now I'll put up with it even more, especially because they're so successful and so talented, and you want to be that.
Right.
So you're like, no, they're just pushing me to get me where they are.
Yep.
And this is what they had to do. So it's fine. This all makes sense in the realm of what we're doing.
100%. That is also what I was thinking so often.
Right.
Right. Where
You're justifying it. You're
Yeah.
doing the mental gymnastics
That
that you got to
cognitive
do to
dissonance.
keep going. Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Yep. Yeah. Because
Real. And we all
also-
do it all the time.
Yeah. Also, our experiences shape our reality. And I've had so many experiences with acting classes where the teacher will do things outside the realm of what is acceptable for the sake of art.
Now, with the
And growing as
company,
artists.
did he ever talk to people off of outside of the company, like outside of the rec center, or like
Talk to people outside of it?
yeah,
Yeah.
like okay, so you guys would talk like not just when you were at the theater company.
Not him and I,
Okay,
but
other people.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, like, yeah, that is so, okay.
Literally,
Sorry.
you could
We
tell
jumped
us
around a
anything,
bit.
but you could tell us anything that, because you've seen the doc, so you know how far it goes.
Yeah.
So you could tell us whatever is in there.
Definitely.
Okay. So
Yeah,
tell us
definitely.
something like that, because then, you know, you're not sharing anything that isn't going to be shared.
Yeah,
Or
absolutely.
hasn't already.
Absolutely. But even, wait, pause. I absolutely want to get there. I don't want to skip over the point of like just the elements that made this environment possible, because have you been in acting classes where like the teacher is like,
I've never been in an acting class.
Okay. It's not even really, it wasn't even really like an acting class, but like that is the background of what I experienced, right? Where like these teachers that like they'll you know, some young actor struggling with the scene, and the teacher's like, hey, it's your fault that your dad left, you know?
Oh,
like,
they try to like get at you.
Right. And
okay, well, that's
then
why I got kicked out of that one class, because I did one. It wasn't an acting class. It was supposed to be a stand-up class, but they turned it into a weird acting class. And that's what they did. They like dug in to get me there kind of thing.
Yeah. And then you, in your mind, you go like, and then, you know, what basically happens is that actor starts crying, and then the teacher's like, and that's method acting. And then everyone's like, yay, you're a genius, right? And then it's just like, oh, but actually what also, and then the actor feels so great about themselves because they're like, look at me digging deep.
Right.
And it's like, pardon. But it's like, also, did you even have to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like this thing of like, oh, digging into our pain is like what makes us better artists. I don't know if that's true, but I do know that it can yield strange environments.
Okay. Now, do you think though it could ever be therapeutic?
Definitely, yeah, it can be. It can be. I don't know if it's supposed to be, but I think it can be, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
fair.
Yeah, but even
make another iced coffee really quick.
Did you ever question when you were being told to dig deeper? Did you ever think to yourself, I don't think I should do this?
No.
Because you want to be free as an artist, no boundaries, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Hold on one second. In an acting class, for sure. Like that one I did. Like I wanted to go as far as I could, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think in that environment, I would have totally taken it. I would have been like, nope, this is just the process. Trust the process.
Yep. Yeah.
I would have too.
Yeah. But then when you see the doc, you go, that's not what this is.
Okay.
That's not what any of this is.
Okay, so tell me a scene that we might see that would say like, this might not be what we thought, or I thought it was going to be.
I think him not knowing that he was, I think that he maybe didn't even know that Neil was filming at this point, but in the doc, like, you see him saying, like, I hate you to one of the actors. I hate you. And, like, putting his hands around, I think honestly, I had to, like, not look because it was
triggering.
Yeah, but I think what he did, it was, like, put his arm up against his throat, and like I think he lifts him off the ground against the trailer,
and it's just yelling, I hate you,
basically. Yeah, I like,
and this wasn't like a scene they were doing, this is just like it was after one of the performances, and that's and that's just how he would communicate. Yeah, because I like. Because was he saying, I hate you because he fucked up the scene? Was it like so yeah, probably. Who knows?
Yeah.
So was it like that? Like a who knows what mood we're going to get today kind of thing?
Yeah, it's,
because you know how, because I've had teachers, acting teachers, just like fucking teachers in general.
Yeah.
That I would be like, okay, we'll see what mood they're in today. Like, are they going to be cool or not cool?
Yeah.
You know?
And then again, like that hot and cold thing, like that is also like a red flag of like, is this an emotional predator?
For sure.
You know?
Because they like, what they normally do is like punish you for something, and then they like make you feel like, oh, I'm sorry, and like make you feel really good, and then they like do it all over again, so that like you'll take the punch to get the hug.
Yeah. No, that for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I might be getting this term wrong, but intermittent ratio reinforcement, something like that, where it's like, yeah, like they will reward certain behavior and then the next day stonewall you, or then, you know, it's like, so the people pleasing part of you wants to give that person what they want, right? And then you give them what they want, and they move the goalpost.
So do you feel like when he would do stuff like that, would most of the actors respond in the way that he wanted? Like they would push themselves further? Like would it work in the way that he wanted it to?
I think that I wouldn't really know that, because then again, because then
do you know what I mean? Like I don't know if there was a moment where he was, I hate you, and the director, and then they go to the scene and it's like, oh, that, like you said, that fucking dig.
That's the thing.
Or if it was just like, no, this is like normal behavior. This is how this person's communicating, and this is just the shit that comes with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that.
Ugh.
And then you like, it's that. Cause then the goalpost moves, you know? So then it's like, okay, say he wants you to cry during the scene, and you push yourself to cry during the scene, and then the goalpost moves. So then the next time it's, well, why aren't you punching the wall? And it's like, what do you mean? Like that wasn't even a note that you get. And then he's like, you're a piece of shit. You're a horrible actor. And it's like, what? Because of what? You know what I'm saying? This, like, that is also where abusers they like to leave you confused.
Yeah.
Distorting what you say, distorting what you do. You know, like, I already told you this. And you're like, what? You never said that. Like, the goalpost is always moving.
Yeah.
Right. So it's making it impossible for you to achieve greatness or people please this person and give them what they want.
Yeah. Which is why I was like, did it feel like a cult? Because what I'm hearing is like the Scientology thing. Like, oh, you have to get to these levels, but like the levels never seem to end.
Yeah. Yeah. There is no being or feeling good enough.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Now, would there ever be times where it was the opposite, where it just shower you like with compliments and stuff like that? Was there ever that like ultra opposite?
I was love bombed, for sure. And I saw everyone else being love bombed with, you know.
Because I tell you, if he love bombed me, I would have taken a lot of abuse.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. He literally was like saying things like, "You're the greatest actor that's ever lived." Like, look at that process, and then. You know,
and then flip the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And those things make you feel good in the moment.
Totally.
When you're in it and you don't know what it is, and, you know, yeah, it's rough. But that's also the thing too, like, there's so many things in what is currently accepted in the zeitgeist, if you will, this thing of like, oh, well, like hurt people, so you need to have like forgiveness and compassion. I used to think like that.
Okay.
I used to think like, well, I can't make this person stop being mean, but what I do have power and control to do is forgive them, have empathy, have compassion, have sympathy, whatever, have forgiveness. But now I know that those are also the things, the
that
precise
enable
things. Yes.
Yeah, see, and I think you should just have no tolerance. Where you just stop it before it turns into the abuse. You know what I mean? Notice it, say, okay, we're not cool, we're done.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know that now. I didn't then.
Yeah.
I genuinely didn't. I was just dissociating like a lot.
Yeah. Well, we try to like, you know, justify things and whatever, but yeah.
And then also like never tell a predator your dreams, because a predator will take your deepest desires and use them against you. And I wanted to be in the greatest theater company that was currently around. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
did they ever ask like they obviously, so personal things would come up, right? Or no?
Sometimes.
Okay. Yeah. I wasn't sure if like they would ask specific questions or whatever to get shit out of you.
Sometimes. I'm trying to think of like an example. Nothing's coming up right now.
Did he ever do any? Did you guys ever have to do any intimate scenes?
No, I think that was more Franco's MO. No, I mean like intimate in what way? Emotionally intimate?
No, sexually, like
No,
physically.
There was no like sex scenes in it.
Okay, that's what I was wondering because I know that like I've seen Nymphomaniac and stuff, so I'm always like I wonder when you're practicing stuff like that how that would go. But they didn't do that, so
not in Avalon. But I mean, in moments like when we were doing group moment work, things like that would happen.
Okay,
being like physically close. And,
yeah, but not simulating like intimacy.
Sometimes if that's
okay,
if that's what was happening.
Okay.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. So you guys first started so you guys were meeting once a week and you would do exercises, right? Mm-hmm. So what kind of acting exercise would you do at this company though? Like what?
So yeah, like moment work was like the gist of it. So like the goal was to
what's the goal of moment work?
The goal,
because I know you're saying you start to layer light and sound and this and that.
Yeah.
Is it a moment that you choose and then each week it's the same moment that you work on to layer the next thing to, or would it be a different moment?
Yeah, basically that. It's then you start gluing pieces together. So like we would glue, like say I get up in the middle and I fart, and then you get up in the middle and you're coughing. Then if you combine them, I'm farting and then you're coughing, right? So it's like things like that. I don't know. But like things like that. And then also like there would be group moment work. So like you would get together with like smaller groups and have like, okay, if the hunch word or like the word that's supposed to like meant to like inspire something was.
So you do have something to jump off of. So they would give you a word.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Something sometimes.
Okay.
So if it was like, I don't even know. I can't even think of something. Well, remote control. Then as a group, you would get together in the middle and say, okay, what does your body do when you think of remote control? Like, how can you move your body to feel like that? What is like the electrocurrents are going,
Okay.
So like you're thinking about that and it's like, okay, like how does your body move when inspired by this word? And then as a group, like some of us, like if you start moving, like, okay, like what do you feel like in your body? And then like, you start moving, like, no, we don't like that. And then it's like, oh, I like what that person's doing. Let's go with that, and then it's okay. Like how could we move together like that?
See, when you say moment, I'm thinking like, oh, you have to pick a moment from like your life and act that out or something. But you're talking about like just random moments.
Sometimes I think when we were playing with like words and dialogue, probably more, but yeah. But yes, it was like...
I don't think I'd be good at that. Because I'm not good at... Yeah, see, and I'm not good at, like, being goofy. I'm not good at that.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people were serious. I don't think there was a lot of goofs happening.
Well, no, I mean, like, if you told me to move like a remote control, I'd feel goofy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, goofy's not what...
Yeah.
I don't mean, like, slapstick or funny. I just mean, like, I would feel awkward.
Yeah.
I'd be like, can we get to like the abusive crying scenes? That's where I live.
There's a lot of that. We'll get there.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's what one of our performances, which was called Sacred Spectacle, that's what that was. It was like, it was actually inspired by like the story of Adam and Eve. So there's like, you can see sort of like a human snake formation. Sacred Spectacle's online.
Okay.
So you can see it. But that's what that was like, it was a formulation of
the play.
Group moments put together and spliced together.
Oh, okay. Cool. God, that has been a trip though.
Yeah, that was the movement-based one. It was cool.
Huh. So wild. Yeah, I'm really excited. When you posted that, you saw it, I was like, where did she see it?
Yeah.
I have to see it.
Yeah. I don't even know if like...
I was trying to look up to see when it'll be released or what. I have no idea.
I don't even know if there's... Yeah, I don't know where it's at in the process of things, because you have to think about how like consequences, not consequences, like the effects that a like network would even have to do. Like you can't have that film and show that film and then also be making money from movies that he's in, right? So it's like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Like, say they put it on
Paramount. And Paramount, is that what you mean?
Yeah, like if you put it on Netflix, they'd have to take Peanut Butter Falcon down. And then it's like, which one would make more?
Would they?
I think so. Right?
I don't know. Why?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure that like there's got to be a Weinstein doc, and then also they have Miramax movies.
Do they? Would they?
I don't know. I don't know what the. I don't know why not. Because like, here's the thing about that is that people focus on the one person, and it's like, but he's not the only one in that movie.
Exactly.
So you're taking away from everybody else who like
100%.
put fucking blood, sweat, and tears into it. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I would, if I had a stream, I'd be like, yeah, here's the doc, and here's what he's been in, and
yeah, exactly.
you know, like, I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. Because then that turns into bigger questions.
And that's what sucks, is that it does take away from like everybody else who really were a part of it.
Yeah. Because that does like beg bigger questions, like, can you separate the person from the art?
Now, I can.
Yeah.
I can, but I don't know the person.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't actually know the person. I know the art.
Yeah.
So I definitely appreciate the art. And as far as the person goes, like, I can definitely, like, obviously, like, with R. Kelly, P. Diddy, like, Shia, like, people who we know were abusive on really fucked up levels, too.
Mm.
I still can appreciate, I mean, I'm not a P. Diddy fan in general, but I can still appreciate what they added to the world of art.
Yeah.
And then as far as that goes, like, well, fuck them. Like, I'm not, like, I would never buy anything related. You know, I wouldn't pay for something. Like, I'm not going to buy a concert ticket to whatever for this artist if I don't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it's Halloween and Thriller comes on, I'm listening to it.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's
I'm listening to it.
Yeah. It's tough.
Because I loved it before we knew.
Yeah. But also, like, I also don't.
But I could understand you not being able to do that necessarily with this because you know the person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On a different level.
It's just tough because it's like at the end of the day, like, everyone is so forgiving. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, if, like, taking accountability is impossible for, like, abusive people to do, because the second that you start asking for them to take accountability, they will stonewall you. They'll like smear campaign you.
They'll redirect.
They'll find ways to invalidate everything that you've said.
Yeah. So you're not credible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally discredit everything that you've said, even if you have great points. Like they will use all of these different tactics. Stonewalling is a huge one.
Yeah.
I know that there was one person in the company that absolutely deserved an amends and didn't really got like a very short 5-minute conversation that wasn't really a real amends. And, you know, that actor was like, hey, this is a great start. I think it's part of a much larger conversation. I would love to like sit down with you in person so we can talk about this. And, you know, the abuser was like, yeah, maybe like, oh, sorry, busy. Oh yeah, no, we'll do that. Yeah, no, we'll do it. Now busy. Just won't respond. Like, that's stonewalling. It's avoidance. It's like, you're not able to take accountability. So instead you're going to then after smear that person in an article.
And I was so disappointed, dude, because like when I saw, because obviously I haven't seen the doc, but the trailer, I'm so, and then you hear about the stories with his ex, and it's just like, it's so fucking disappointing.
I know.
Because I have loved him since even Steven days. I've had a crush on him, okay? Yeah. Which is exactly part of the reason I would have put up with it too. Yeah. When you look like that, you know? I'm sorry, but it's just the truth for me. But yeah, no, dude, it's, like you said though, like idolizing celebrities.
Yeah.
And also idolizing not even celebrities, like they're celebrities, right? Like anyone can be a celebrity. You don't even have to have talent to be a celebrity.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Because like people are idolizing like podcasters and like,
hey,
yeah, idolize me. but like the manosphere grew because of that. Like I was just watching, you know who Andrew Schultz is, right?
Yeah.
The comedian. And he has his podcast Flagrant. And the thing is like they had Trump on, right, when he was running. And they gave him this huge platform. They weren't like combating him on anything really. They were like really like friendly with him. And now that he's fucking up so much, they're like, oh, people are looking at us like we helped, with his campaign and like blah, blah, blah. Like they don't want to take any accountability.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah.
It's wild. They keep doing these mental gymnastics when you watch it.
Yep.
That it's just like to justify, okay, you fucked up. Say you fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say you fucked up.
Yep. Yep. Or
people will be way more forgiving and you could definitely move on faster if you just admit, I fucked up.
Yeah. You know what's even more than that is, or worse than that, is like, you can see in the documentary, he would abuse someone so horribly. And then it cuts to like this person's face being completely unaffected at all. And it just shows you the pathology of this person.
Yeah.
Where you're like, they don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
There's one clip in the trailer where he's like punching the table or something and throwing shit. And then he's like cut to like, oh, if this is successful, you'll love me. And that's when I was like, I feel like he is on this weird pedestal.
Yeah.
They put himself on.
Yeah.
So bizarre.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the film, spoilers, but he admits that he had a God complex during that.
Okay, so I was right. Did he have this God complex?
Right. And that is like, okay, that is horrible. But then for him to sit there and like pretend to cry at the end of the documentary and say like, I want to make amends to all these people. Do you? Do you? Because you have so many people's phone numbers that you haven't made an amends to. You have complete access to all of those people's information. There's a small group of them, roughly 30.
Right.
Wouldn't take
that's
you
a
very
small
long.
Number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's like, I just wish I could get them all in the same room so that I could make amends to them all. Really? Because we were all in the same room during the screening. And
well, also so that you only have to say sorry once?
Once. Again, avoidance of accountability.
Yeah, that is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I would have rather him.
I want to put you all in a room together with me like we did before. Like, what? No. We'll relive this shit? Like, no.
Yeah.
Shoot. Call me. Yeah.
What he's really saying is, I want to speak to the people that will never hold me accountable because those people are my friends. And anyone that will hold me accountable or that I'm afraid might, I don't want to talk to you ever again.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, dope. I would have preferred him at the end of the film just to be like, hey, I actually did all those horrible things and I do admit, but I also don't care. And I did them because I knew that
this is part of my process or I was trying to get them to wherever. What do you think he would have said?
Because I'm entitled to abuse them because I can do whatever I want. I did it because abusing people has always rewarded me with more power, and I feel entitled to do so, and I don't care. Honestly, I would have had so much more respect for him if he just did that. I would have been
that's
like,
what it was.
Yeah, because I would have been like, honestly, I value the truth.
Yeah,
man.
thanks for your candor.
Hey, you know what? I would have been like,
but instead,
that was the best film I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah,
but then instead he's like fake crying, and it's just like, but you don't care, because if you did care, then that person would have received her amends when she said, let's sit down and talk about it.
Yeah.
Because a real amends is going, oh, sorry, that's my thing.
No, it's okay.
Because a real amends is amending the past, meaning like, I wish that I could change this, and if I could go back, I would not have done that, I would have done this. And it sort of wipes out that history.
Right.
Because then you can go, I wish that this would have happened. And is there anything else that I owe you an amends for that I may have forgotten?
Right.
It's like,
acknowledging.
Yeah, you can't forgive someone who's never apologized to you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, you can.
Yeah.
But why would you expect me to?
Yeah, exactly. Why the fuck would I? Yeah, 100%. And you're right. He has the number, so he can pick up the phone. That's fucked up.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
So, like, genuinely, he's probably not that great a person then.
Yeah. That's fine I wouldn't say, like, this person's not a great person. I'm just saying that's the pathology.
Right.
I think that's my understanding of what this person is. And people want you to forgive people that don't care because it's like, oh, like, then I don't have a resentment. Like, I don't have a resentment. Like,
right.
I'm fine with never getting an apology. But also, like, I do think that they should be held accountable because
right.
they obviously don't care about what they've done or how it's impacted people at all. And so it's like, and people want you to forgive. They want you to be like, well, hurt people. It's like, okay, that is fine. I have an understanding of why they're this way, but also I'm not going to let
that.
Yeah, I'm not going to let that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not going to let that mean that they never have to take accountability.
They don't get a pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And also, people that are hurt, that have been abused, I know so many people like that
don't do it. Right,
yes,
because they know what it feels like.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
Actively don't want to hurt people.
Yeah, you get to choose which route you go at the end of the day, okay? Unless you are pathologically something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's such a bummer.
It's so sad.
It is. And you hear about it more and more with different artists too. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I really like the idea of Slauson Rec too, because like with American Honey or other, like the Florida Project, he wasn't a part of that, but like those kind of films that were just kind of picking up people, like little bit of realer people and like newer talent to be exposed, which I thought was awesome. I thought that was pretty fucking cool. Like you. So it's kind of a bummer that it took that turn.
Yeah.
Because of the God complex, reality, I feel like we should have seen that because his, like, what is it, Just Do It videos and like just his whole way of being felt a little godlike, I guess, in his own mind. You know what I mean? Like he's on a pedestal. Like I definitely felt like he put himself there.
Yeah. I did see the potential of so much good. Like I saw the potential of this person being a good person to people. Like I saw that. But I think it's really just about like,
but the good did not outweigh the bad.
My Stockholm Syndrome wants me to say, no, like, I'm like, yeah, no, I have to ignore that and say the bad outweighed the good. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my personal experience, which was 5 years ago, but I don't think that somebody can change if they don't ever face themselves in the mirror.
For sure. Or even able to face who they did it to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're running away.
Yeah.
You're stonewalling. You're specifically avoiding accountability.
And keeping themselves completely stunted.
Yep. Because if you don't face shame, you never grow.
Yeah.
You never change.
Yeah. It's true. Man, that fucking sucks. And it happens all the time now. We're learning with more artists. It's like, oh, not another one. Ugh. Who have we had this year? I mean, outside of P. Diddy, and which, holy shit, what a monster.
Yeah.
The fuck on crazy levels. Yeah. Oh, well, right now with Epstein and Trump and all that, now that's a whole other thing. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
That, I mean, a major pedophilia ring, and like we have, like, oh, the list is on my desk, and now they don't want to release it, and like just the amount of cover-ups that happen.
Yeah. One,
because a lot of people don't feel comfortable coming forward, right? Also, the abusers do set up this arena for themselves to play that is completely gaslit.
Yep.
It's insane how much we're learning, and it's funny too because I don't think people realize, like, it's not that like all men are abusers, like 90% of men. No, it's that 90% of women will face abuse, and it's more like 20% of men, but they're just serial abusers. They do it over and over to multiple women. You know what I mean? But they do so much damage to enough women that it gives all of them that bad name.
Yeah.
I mean, they need to get their shit together.
Yeah. I don't know what
rich people, celebrities, men, like, God damn it.
I don't know what percentage of men are abusers, honestly, but like it's so.
I'm going off of that. The statistics are off of college campus stats. Like 90% of girls will face abuse, but it's only like 18-20% of men who are committing that abuse. But it's because they do it over and over. Because you hear about like the date rapes. Those are the boys. They do it over and over to multiple women. One person can do a lot of damage. I mean, hello.
Yeah.
Slauson Rec.
I know.
30 people, one person.
I know. I mean, crazy is
that's how one person can affect a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. It is crazy.
And at the same time.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy to see abuse on that scale because it was like interesting, like being able to look back and knowing everything I know now.
Right.
Like being able to look back and be like, oh, like that person was being love bombed while that person was being devalued. Like, I don't even know how you keep up with that I'm sure that was probably so stressful on him to like have to keep up with like who am I love bombing and who am I devaluing and who am I discarding.
Do you think that he thought of it like that, or do you think that it was just his like was he always running just on I don't know, what am I thinking, on the cuff? Like, was it just his initial feeling toward that person, or do you think it was a strategic? Like, this is who I'm liking today. This is who I'm not. Or like, this is the person that I need to like fuck with today because they didn't do this yesterday. Or was it just like, he's on a hot one and we'll see who says what to trigger it? Okay, could go either way. Got it.
I really don't know.
I
really don't know. It's so hard to get inside of the mind of someone that like,
a narcissist.
Yeah. And it's like, I have nothing in common with that person. So it's so hard for me to like, it's not the way my brain works. Yeah. So it's so hard for me to like
get in the mind.
Yeah. Like understand, like I know, but I know that all of it is very purposeful.
And was there ever like, was there any people like, you know, there's 30 of you, but were there like the top 5 that he would the most?
Yeah. Like thing? I think that the people that Leo chose to highlight in the documentary probably had it the worst. And I think like there were reasons why I think that he specifically targeted those people. I think with like one of them, it was because that person, even though they came from nothing and they were living, I mean, it shows like they're living in their parents' shop and the roof is leaking when it rains. And yet this person still managed to get a role on a Netflix show. And he's young and he's talented. Like, I think that he probably felt jealous of that person in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. And so instead was projecting his own stuff that wasn't even real on this person that didn't deserve it. That's how abuse works. And then I think with another one of them, like her mom had died during the rehearsal process.
Okay.
And so I think that the real pathology there, from based off of everything that I'm reading, is he always needed to feel like the biggest victim in the room. And because she was actually being victimized by life's circumstances, he couldn't stand that she was getting more attention than him. And I think that that's why he had to discard her from the group.
Wow.
The day of her mom's funeral, I think.
Jesus Christ.
But then hasn't taken accountability or apology.
When you say discard from the group, do you mean just like
discarded, literally replaced as an actor?
Oh shit!
Yeah, before it aired, and then invited her abuser to the performances.
Wow! At the premiere, who was it? The company was there and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people were.
Was he?
No.
Okay.
No, a lot of people were, but yeah, I'm looking at the time.
Let's go.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Anything else we want to cover?
No, I don't think so. Do you have any shows coming up? Anything we should look for?
Just follow me.
Yeah, what's your handles?
My address is 1920. No.
Instagram, TikTok.
I am Kelsey Lane, and I think my TikTok is Kelsey Lane Comedy.
Nice. And then when you do post your one-woman shows,
Yeah,
I'll post them too. I want to see them.
yeah, they're group plays. I will get that footage.
Yeah.
I'll ask about that footage,
Yeah.
and because I do think that I would love more eyes on it. I'm really proud of those pieces.
Nice.
So
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Thanks, Boo.
yeah. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah,
It's been
this
such a
was great.
pleasure.
Yes, this was great. I'm excited for everyone to see Slauson Rec when it finally surfaces for everyone else to see.
I'm just so excited for more people to get out there and create more art, and hopefully, if this does anything at all, it just creates
Safer spaces.
Yeah, any awareness. I'm sure, like, it will also, you know, if abusers watch it, they'll be really, really mad, but I don't know.
We're giving away your
inward.
secrets on how
Look
you
inward.
operate.
This is a mirror. Look what you did. Face it. Handle it. Take responsibility. Get better. Grow.
Take care.